The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
This Sunday, it's back. I love this time of year because the block, different one this year. It's the tree change, and the host of the show joins us now, Scotty Cam.
Hey, hello, gang. How are you?
My God, have we got a lot to talk about?
Haven't we? What?
We have missed you, buddy. There's so many things to talk about.
I haven't been in here for 2 years.
It's
true.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
And that's disappointing for us. Actually, before we go on, we were just talking about Australian men are not romantic. We're not up
please.
in the romantic stakes. When you first met Anne, was there a couple of... Can you remember back to a couple of
I
things?
think I'm pretty romantic. I know the pickup line that was quite successful, that Anne and I have been together for 30 years, and I said to her, can you hold this schooner while I take a piss?
You did not. That was not your first.
Did you really?
Come on.
I didn't.
Good line, though.
It's a good line, isn't it? That's the best pickup line of all time.
That was the moment she fell in love.
Yeah,
What the
that's
hell is
right.
going
How
on
good
here?
is that? Do you remember how did you meet? Where were you?
We met on the
Beautiful.
sideline of a local park footy.
That'll do.
Yep, and we went for on the way home. It was out in the Blue Mountains, and on the way home there was a few of us, and we went for a beer at the Log Cabin in Penrith. You know that one? They just reopened it.
Oh, great.
And we're thinking about going back and having tea there.
If you don't mind.
Because my wife sent me an article in the paper. They've opened the Log Cabin up
Well,
again.
that'd be romantic.
Yeah.
Yes, and we went for a beer there, and I was as keen as mustard, I can tell you that right now. And I went home to my mum, because I was staying with mum at the time, and I said, I've met the girl I'm going to marry, mum,
Oh, wow.
today at the footy.
This is awesome.
What did your
True.
mum say? What did Gay Cam
Mum
say?
said, good work, Dale. That's what she said.
And was Anne as keen on you as you were on her?
No. It took me a couple of weeks or so. But,
Scotty, where did you... Let's jump ahead. Where did you propose?
yeah, I wasn't very good at that one.
It's a lot of pressure.
What happened?
Might have been when I came home from the pub one night.
Oh, no.
And I was a bit excited.
Full as a state school.
How many years after you met her did you propose?
Yeah, about maybe 3, I think.
3 years.
And she said yes.
She said yes.
Isn't that awesome?
And she was getting herself in a strife. I was just a chippy, and oh jeez.
What was the
Anyway, come good, small town boy, come good.
I saw a photo the other day. What was the first building show that you were on television? What was
Backyard
that?
Blitz.
Backyard Blitz, that's right.
Yeah, that was 23 years ago.
So how did they get in contact with you? Because you're just an everyday chippy.
Yeah,
How'd
well,
they
I went to
find
the
you?
pub every night on the way home. That was another thing poor old Anne had to put up with.
Honey, I'm home.
I just had to wash the dust away, Dale. And there was a producer in the pub with his girlfriend and having a drink. Just happened to come in, and he was screen testing at the time for Carpenters for Backyard Blitz.
Wow.
And he saw my ute parked out the front, and with the sign writing, and I had the dog in there, and I was drinking and talking and loud.
Yeah.
And he came up to me and said, "Mate, do you want to do a screen test for a TV show we're going to do?"
Wow.
And I said, "No." I said,
Wow.
"No, mate, that's not my go." And anyway, he got my number off the ute and rang me the next day.
You're kidding?
Yes, and said, "I'm in your area. I've got a crew. I just want to come and just film you for 2 minutes."
Awesome.
And I went, "Oh, all right, then come on down." I was at Bondi.
Isn't
And then
that...
he rang me a month later and said, "You got the job, mate. We're doing a pilot."
No way.
And you still didn't want a bar of it, or
Not
you were on board
really.
by then?
Not really.
But Scotty...
I did it for the hourly rate.
Yeah, of course. But it was
Amazing.
taking you away from your chippy work, which you would have been doing quite well at the time.
Yeah, at the time, but I had a couple of boys working for me, and so what I did was, the Backyard Blitz in those days was 2 days a fortnight.
Right.
So I could still keep the business going for another 10 years at least.
Yeah.
And I did 2 days a week, 2 days a fortnight, and we did 26 episodes a year.
Awesome.
So the message in the story is make sure you stop at the pub on the way home.
I said that to, I tell that story a lot, that when I come home, and my wife goes, "Get back up that pub, you idiot." Spielberg could walk in.
Oh, mate.
That's
That
amazing.
is a great story.
I love that,
All
Scotty.
right, tree change. Why is it a tree change? What are we talking here with this year's block?
Well, look, we discussed it during COVID, and my executive producer, Julian Kress, he moved up to Gisborne for a tree change during COVID to get out of the city in Melbourne. And then we discussed it at the pub one night, and we said we should do the block as a tree change, just like what you've done.
Yeah.
So we looked around, we found 70 acres, and we bought that, subdivided it, and we created 5 10-acre blocks. And plus the homestead that I built was another 10 acres there.
Great.
And then we brought some houses in, and we built new pavilions out the back. and we let the contestants loose on 10 acres.
Where are you,
Wow.
Scotty?
Gisborne, which is in the Macedon Ranges, about 35 minutes out of Melbourne.
I mean, everybody wants a tree change.
Yes,
now.
yes,
These will go through the roof.
They look fantastic, and it's a beautiful area with a cold. Everything's got fireplaces in it, and it's just unreal. Yeah, it's really
Now,
good.
this sounds like a great opportunity. 'Cause, Scotty, can you stick around? Because we need to talk about, anyone to get onto the block. It's without it's the most lucrative
It is.
reality show to go on in the world. It's
Yes.
proven, isn't it?
Yeah. I think we've given away the most money for a TV show in the world.
Yes.
About 40 million.
There was a couple, Elle and Joel. They were on the work site after 2 days. Have a listen to this.
I am in total shock. They didn't say goodbye. They didn't say thanks for having us. They just left. Never happened in the history of 18 seasons. They have left the show.
So don't go anywhere, Sydney. We're going to get the latest from Scotty because I know you're not happy about this. Look at you fuming.
No, I'm not fuming. I'm just a bit old for it.
Yeah,
Scotty,
I don't
Scotty,
mean this.
we spoke to them yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I'll tell you what happened next.
I'll give you an update.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
The block tree change. It starts this Sunday night, 7 o'clock, and Scotty Cam is not happy in the promo.
I am in total shock. They didn't say goodbye. They didn't say thanks for having us. They just left. Never happened in the history of 18 seasons. They have left the show.
So it's Elle and Joel. They were two contestants. They rocked up on site. Did they not understand what the block's concept's all about, Scotty?
Oh, I'm not too sure. And at the end of the day, we wish them well. We're only renovating here,
Yes.
and it's not the end of the world. And the block's not for everybody. But it's just there's certain ways about going about things.
Well, that's right.
In my opinion, I've been around a bit, and you don't want to put up with that sort of thing. And just come and talk to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me it's too big, or and we'll go, okay, we'll fly you home. Or
And how many people would have wanted that
how many
spot?
applied?
And you
45,000 couples.
That's
Wow.
So did they sneak out without anyone knowing?
No, not really.
No.
They did speak to the executive producer with some concerns, and he was trying to talk him in off the ledge.
Yeah.
But then in the morning, they packed up and went to the airport and left. But the biggest thing, we had a promo day that day. Mm-hmm. It was a Saturday morning. We had 50 or 60 people coming from Sydney. A whole crew
Yes.
with trucks and everything. 'Cause
expensive.
you guys will be aware how big a promo day is. It's huge, and it goes all day. And we've got 2 contestants missing. So we had to reshoot a lot of stuff, and it was really chaos. But at the end of the day, we got 2 new guys,
Yep.
another couple, and they were fantastic. And, I think that Joel and Elle have mentioned about a sick family member, but they didn't mention that to us.
No, right. You didn't. know that.
We weren't aware. We were aware of it because the week before the block started, we were shut down through COVID, and so they had Joel's mum was sick in Adelaide, so we flew them to Adelaide.
Right.
Because family always comes first on the block.
Yeah.
We flew them to Adelaide, put them up for the week, and then we flew them back. And they came back and said, everything's sweet, we're good to go.
Okay.
So that was sweet. So when they left, they never mention mum again to us.
Right.
And if they had have, we would have flown them back.
Well, we rang them yesterday, Scotty. We can't even play the audio because there isn't anything to play. We got on to Joel.
No, well, Elle picked up
Elle
the phone
picked up,
and
well,
said, "This is Joel's phone." And I said, "Hi, Elle. We're looking for Joel. It's Fitzy and Wippa here." And then Joel comes in and goes, "Hi, how are you guys?" And we introduced ourselves again, and then bang, he was gone.
He hung up.
Yeah, and look,
He's not a fan of the show.
He doesn't want to talk.
and look, they I hope they go well and everything, and just, come and talk to me.
Yes.
And just tell me.
Well,
And
but
we would have sorted them out. Because a couple of years ago, Beck from Beck and George, great couple, contestants on the block, her mum passed away during the show, and we shut the whole show down for a week.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Sent everyone home, all our crew, 100 people.
What are they?
And then we brought them all back and we started again. When she was ready, we would have shut down for 2 weeks if she needed it.
What did the winners take home last year, Scotty?
$750, I think.
Amazing.
See, I mean,
Year before, 1 million.
That's
Tax-free, isn't it?
extraordinary.
It's easy to say though that 95 days. But 95 to know that you might win between $500,000 to $750,000. You've got to take
Could be
that
anything.
gamble, don't you?
Yeah, and, just the old Australian spirit, have a crack.
Yep.
Have a crack. And there's people there the contestants on the show this year that have had no experience and they still had to go. You know.
Scotty, we need to tell you too, slight shift of topic.
Yeah.
We're having a crack tomorrow. In fact, we are leaving at around midday tomorrow, and we're taking a surprise that we got sent to as many parties as possible because we need to share this beautiful piece of art. Says, would you mind doing the honours? Just under this sheet here, I want to show you.
Yes.
Ed Sheeran sent us something.
This is from Ed Sheeran, Scotty.
He sent 2 of these, Scotty. You'll see they're hand-painted by Ed Sheeran. Can you do me a favour? Go over and pick it up. Actually, watch your back.
Oh, no,
I reckon there's about...
Scotty does not want to.
I reckon there's about 40 kilos in it, Scotty.
Yep.
He sent the first one to it. Careful.
Oh, Scotty. What is that? Oh, that is... He's back on site.
He's got it over his shoulder. He's never looked happier.
Hanging like a big lump of timber.
Lifting with your knees.
How many kilos in that?
Oh, it's about 18.
18. Okay.
Yep. All right.
She's chocker, she's full.
Yeah, it's all come over here. So, yeah, that's how...
Wow.
So we're touring to hens parties, team member of the week, you might say, Scotty, at workplaces.
I actually saw you on Instagram when you took delivery of that.
Yeah, I know. He's going all
You had it
out.
between your legs. It was disgusting.
Well, the update is now it's now mounted on a block, pardon the pun. It's got a smoke machine underneath. It's got lights.
Wow.
And tomorrow it tours Sydney. What a beautiful member.
You got 2 of those.
Yeah, we got 2 of them.
Could we get a photo with Anne with it, or is there any
What?
chance we could pop past the house or go to Gisborne? We could go out
Well, you
there.
can pop past the house for sure. Anne's down the snow this week. She's on the road right now. She's listening.
Oh, good on you,
Is
Anne.
this a
Hi,
girls'
Anne.
trip?
Your girls' trip.
All right.
Good on you.
God, imagine what's going on there with the one stayed down about 12 G&Ts.
We'll come and see you tomorrow, Anne. Hold tight.
All right, we love you, Scotty. The block tree change starts this Sunday, 7 o'clock. Thanks for coming on the show, legend.
Thank you, and thank you for that massive.
No
Huge
worries.
thing.
We'll get a photo with it.
I was going to say something else.
Massive thing.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.